First half on the wraps for Game 4 in the finals with the Bucks and the Suns. It is tied at 52 apiece, and your leading scorers are Devin Booker and Khris Middleton. Devin Booker has bounced back with a 20-point first half. He has cooled off to close out the first half in the second quarter because he was 7 for 11. He's 8 for 15 now, but he's still playing really good. Only issue with the Suns is their offense hasn't looked the best tonight. They have got some really nice wide open threes off of miscommunication from the Bucks, especially that one with Jay Crowder when no one was guarding him. But offense could be better, and Chris Paul, even though it's not much, for the totality of the game, he did get 2 quick sloppy turnovers, and he's only 1 for 4, so need him to get it going because I don't think it's sustainable to rely on Devin Booker for the rest of the game. I mean, he's already started to cool off, but yeah, you just need to get more guys scoring because he has 20 and everyone else is at 7, 6, and then it drops off to 2, 4, and 3. So you need everyone else to get going when it comes to the offense. And when it comes to the Bucks and their offense, Middleton is playing a lot better. He has gotten hacked on quite a few drives or shots, and he just doesn't get the call. He got a layup and Mikal Bridges smacked him in the back of the head. Didn't get the call right there. Went up on the drive. Didn't get the call either. And the refs just don't respect him. Which is, and it happens when you're not vocal about the calls all the time, or you have a pretty chill demeanor, or you're just not, a superstar like guys like Devin Booker or Giannis. So it is weird with the lack of whistles he's gotten throughout the whole series, because he's been fouled on quite a few possessions. But he's playing good. He's made a couple of threes. Jrue Holiday, he's 3 for 10. And yeah, it sounds bad, and it is bad. It's because he's missing a lot of layups. I'm talking wide open, point blank layups. He got a nice and one on Booker in the paint, but he's missing a lot of layups, and he's bricked on 3 of his 3-pointers, which that isn't too surprising. It's just mainly he's missing so many layups, which is shocking because he gets the basket pretty well, but then he can't finish. Reminds me of Andre Drummond, if you ask me. And Giannis, he's 5 for 8. He has 12 points, made a couple of free throws, only 1 turnover. He hasn't committed a foul yet, which is surprising. He's got 7 total boards, 4 assists, and you'd like him to be more aggressive in the second half. He was a bit more aggressive on that small unit that Monty rolled out. You'd like to see him get more touches and be more active. He took a quick breather to start the game off, and I think that's just, nerves and him being super anxious and amped. But he's playing good. Brook Lopez, 3 for 6. He's made all his free throws. He shot a lot of threes. I guess that was a game plan to play random and get Brook Lopez some looks from 3. They did. He hasn't made any of them. I believe that won't change in the second half. But solid game from both teams. You would like to see Chris Paul get it going in the second half. You would like Giannis to be more aggressive. And I think that's pretty much it. I will catch y'all in the second half.
Wow, okay, that was a drama-filled second half. I hate to harp on officiating because I rarely do it here. But tonight, it was fucking awful on both sides. So many missed calls. Then they're calling ticky-tack stuff for make-up calls. We're not going to talk about Devin Booker having 7 fouls. In transition, here's the thing I don't get with that. But it should have been a foul on Booker in transition on Jrue Holiday. Booker knows he has 5, and I get it, he wants to play good defense, right? But typically, you make that foul, or you can test a layup like that on transition, that's a foul. And Booker would have been out the game. He should have been out the game. But they didn't call it. He got away with another one in transition, that time it was a 3-on-1, and led to a Middleton layup. But yeah, Booker was fucking awesome this game. I didn't think he'd be able to sustain his scoring. I was clearly wrong. So, hey, what do I know? But he was awesome. But him getting in foul trouble was what took him out the game, and that's the reason why he didn't go for 50, because he finished with 42, and he was on fire. He had 38, but he gets that 5th foul, and they got to sit him down. And the game was real tight and close. The Bucks were never able to really fully pull away when Booker was on the bench. But you feel like if Booker is more disciplined and not getting those fouls, then the Suns could run away with this game because he was just unstoppable. All kinds of contested pull-ups, fadeaways. He was special tonight. He really bounced back from 10 points to 42. Terrific game from him. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough because guess who didn't show up? Chris Paul. Yeah, Chris Paul. He sold this game for Phoenix. 4 for 12 from the field, only 8 points. Crucial, and I mean crucial turnovers. He only had 5. That doesn't sound like a lot when you're talking about high usage players, but he got a big turnover late in the game, and that's what just about sealed it. Because then the Bucks started just having to rebound, give the ball to Middleton to hit free throws, and this was the cash money Khris Middleton game they had tonight. He had 40 points, and it's not surprising because it's how he is. He's hot and cold. But Middleton was special too. They needed all 40 of them, and what I like that Giannis did, that and people are gonna be calling him a Robin for this, but late in the game, once he's securing these boards, guess who's getting the ball to? Khris Middleton and Jrue Holiday, because they can actually shoot free throws. So good on him for having the self-awareness to give the guy that could close the game out with free throws the ball. Really appreciate that. Smart thing to do. And to talk about Giannis, he had some incredible blocks late in this game. He had one on Chris Paul and a big one on Ayton, just a huge recovery. And that really was turning the game around. Pat Connaughton hit a big 3 in the 4th quarter from Giannis in transition. So it's a tie game. Well, not a tie game, it's a tie series. And it looks like my pick could still be right. Now it's the best 2 out of 3 from this series, and I'm wondering, can Milwaukee, go into Phoenix and win a game? Well, they have to if they want to win this series. It's really that simple. They have to win a game in Phoenix, and I'm gonna pick them to win the next game. I think Giannis will be better. I think he'll be more aggressive. Maybe he'll get it going earlier in the game, but it was still a good enough showing. Like, he wasn't gonna get 40 the whole series, but he's still playing really good basketball. Aggressive on the boards, getting blocks, big blocks, and Ayton was pretty good tonight too on the boards. He had 17. The only problem was he didn't have enough offense production either, because between Booker, Paul, and Ayton, it goes 6, 42, and 8 points. That's not enough. You're gonna need at least Paul and Ayton to pull in 12 to 15, at least each, and they didn't do that. The other leading scorer, I believe, was Jay Crowder. Yeah, Jay Crowder. He got to the free throw line a lot. They was calling some ticky-tack stuff, and I didn't like him being on the floor so much, but he was getting hit. He was getting hit and bumped, so I can't be too mad. And Giannis didn't get to the free throw line as much, compared to the last game. So maybe that's the gamesmanship of Monty Williams telling the officials, I think you're calling too many fouls on Giannis, and whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But Middleton, he was special tonight. Took a lot of shots, and you wouldn't say 15-33 is the most efficient game, but it's the finals. You got to empty out the clip. If you need to take 40 shots from to get the win, you'll be happy with him doing it. And Jrue Holiday, 4 for 20, and they won this game. 4 for 20. And Bobby Portis, 1 for 6. Yeah, you're gonna need them to at least show up somewhat on the road for a chance of winning the next game. But big night for Middleton. 40 points, 3 from 3, 7 out of 8 free throws, and they needed all 40 of them because he was going tit for tat with Devin Booker. Not as efficient, but the points is the points. Middleton with 40, Devin Booker with 42. And game 3 is on Saturday. We have a tied up series. My pick is still alive, which is the Bucks in 6. So hopefully Milwaukee goes up into Phoenix. They could squeak away with another W. And the officiating just has to be better, because it was pretty god-awful in the second half. I didn't think it was too bad in the first. Yeah, it went to shit in the second. It really went to shit in the second. So they gotta be more consistent. It's not if they're gonna call ticky-tack stuff or let them be physical. They just can't be switching on and off between those, styles of calling the game. Because one half they're playing like NBA refs. Well, they're gonna let the ticky-tack stuff go. They're gonna allow jump shooters to jump into defenders, initiate contact, get to the free throw line. And the next half they're playing early 2000s basketball, where they're getting away with a bit more fouls than usual, and they're being a lot more physical. So officiating has to be consistent throughout the entire game. But the drama was good. The drama was good. I was on my feet. I was screaming and yelling. So even though the calls were shit, drama sells. The drama sells, and I wouldn't be surprised if we have another high-stakes drama game on Saturday. But great game from Giannis, big game from Khris Middleton, a wasted effort from Devin Booker due to foul trouble. But that's also just another strategy that Milwaukee has to go with, putting Booker and DeAndre Ayton in foul trouble, because when they do that, they win. It's really that simple. But great game for Middleton, especially 40 points. He finally had a Khris Middleton type game. Hopefully he doesn't follow it up with a stinker on Saturday. But Bucks got a chance to go up 3-2. And with that out the way, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe. And I'm out.